California faces a $26.4 billion budget deficit in the upcoming fiscal year. Governor Jerry Brown proposed budget cuts, which include $1.4 billion being cut from higher education. Consequently, community colleges will lose $400 million. What effect will the proposed budget cuts have? We got reactions from some students and spoke with Associate Vice Chancellor Leslie Smith here at CCSF. Let's take a look.
It's amazing, I'm the reason.
It affects us when the tuition gets hiked up. We, you know, it's already hard as it is in the economy for us, for students. And then just taking more out of our pockets is just going to make things more difficult for us. We are the future. If you take from us, then how are we going to move on?
Well, student services, the non-classroom programs have been hit the hardest. And we did have something called categorical funding, which is special funding, but people consider that more, it's not called base funding. It's called part of extra, it's categorical money. So that was where they first went to cut money and to keep the classes open as much as possible. We don't know exactly. We could lose up to in the $35 million range. We're targeting more of the $20 million right now in our budget proposals, hoping that in fact the full cliff option of suspending 98 and no revenue increases will not occur. Fees have already been increased to $36 a unit for the fall. The question is that going to be the final increase? And most people think no, not.
Definitely it's the wrong place to start. We need the teachers, we need, you know, better system here. We, I mean, it's just, it upsets me a lot. We should not cut from education whatsoever. In fact, we should invest more in education.
Joining us now is John Rizzo, President of CCSF's Board of Trustees. He will talk more about the impact of budget cuts. Hi, Mr. Rizzo. Thanks for joining IDTV.
It's good to be here.
It's great to have you here. So first of all, we want to know who decides which programs or services will be affected by budget cuts?
Well, it's a collaborative effort between the Chancellor's Office and the shared governance structures. So I guess it starts with the Chancellor. They talk with faculty leaders and classified leaders. There's feedback from the department heads, and it all comes together in a group called the Planning and Budgeting Council. They come up with a proposal, and it goes to the Board of Trustees, and then we make the final decision.
Well, Mr. Rizzo, we also have a few questions submitted by our students. Let's take a look at our first question.
Hi, my name is Analu, and my question for John Rizzo is how the budget cut is going to affect international students like me.
So what do you think, Mr. Rizzo? How do the budget cuts affect international students like us?
Well, international students are affected the same way as resident students. Their tuition is going up by about the same amount that the state is raising the tuition of everyone else. With international students, we control the tuition. But other than that, well, actually that is the same, but they also have the same effect as other students in far as fewer classes, you know, harder to get into classes and problems like that.
Well, all right, and now let's move on to our next question.
Hi, Mr. Rizzo. My name is Makila, and I have a question for transfer students. As a student that has a goal of transferring to a four-year university and working full-time, how would the budget cuts affect the courses that are available and that are needed to transfer to a four-year university?
So what are your thoughts on this?
Well, that's a good question. The state of California is putting focus on those classes. That's what they want to fund the most. So we are here at City College are trying to keep as many of those classes as we can. We are the classes that are most impacted, that have the most waiting lists to get into. We're actually trying to maybe add classes to those, and we did that last year. We added classes to math and English, where a lot of students could not get into. So we want to try to do that again this year, so we don't delay too much people who want to go to four-year university, so they can get through it as quickly as possible.
What initiatives have been suggested to help resolve the current budget shortfall?
Well, we've got several things going on, but we are trying to raise more funds from other sources other than the state. For instance, we're working with the City College Foundation to raise money from private sources. We just started doing this the first time last year, and this year we're trying to make that a bigger chunk. Several $million is our target. The other thing is, for the first time, we're trying to get funds from the City of San Francisco. We're a big benefit, the City Colleges, to the city, but the city doesn't give us any funding. So we're working with students, actually, and the Chancellor and myself, and we're trying to ask for money from City Hall.
Wow, it seems like we can talk about this on and on, but unfortunately that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure.
We appreciate it.
Here at IDTV, we've been bringing you great music all season. And for our finale, we wanted to go mega big.
This is our last show for the 2011 season, but check in with us at YouTube/CCSF Broadcast, where all our shows are available. Now, prepare to get into groove provided by San Francisco's own big band, Megaflame.
I went down on Blade Street to get a glass of gin. Before I drank my gin, well, the FBI walked in. I'm lucky. Hell, how unlucky can a poor girl be? Feels like everywhere I go, there's somebody trying to hassle me. The bad liquor running down the street. Instead of running down my floor, it was running underneath my feet. How unlucky. Hey, how unlucky can a poor girl be? Seem like everywhere I go, the FBI's been following me. Drinking again, back to jail I go.